They Say What They Can't Radio.
Welcome back to the Moving Forward Show, y'all. What's up?
Hey.
How you doing,
so
Lush? You
happy to
looking
be
beautiful
here.
as always.
Thank you.
Very
Thank
eye
you.
candy-ish, you know what I'm
Oh
saying?
my gosh, thanks. I appreciate
Welcome,
the compliment.
Yo, you already know, man. We got a good brother in the house today, man.
Oh, man.
Go by the name of Brother Alton, yo.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
FOY.
Yes, sir. Come on.
Y'all know what's going on, man.
Thanks
Doing
for
a
having
lot
me
for the
on,
community.
Trying, brother. Thanks for having me on.
You're
Sis,
welcome.
thanks for having me on, please.
Such an honor to have you.
Honored.
What's up, brother?
Man, feeling marvelous, bro. Feeling marvelous, man. I wake up feeling phenomenal.
That's right.
Phenomenal.
How good is it to feel good when you wake up? Like, people don't understand the blessing in
That's right.
waking up in the morning and it's feeling good.
That's right.
People wake up and be miserable, and they don't even know why. Like, what's going on?
And it's all in your words.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? When you say, I feel phenomenal, you gotta feel phenomenal. Even
Right.
if you don't feel phenomenal.
Say it.
It may not be a good morning, something that happened, but your words, I feel good. Because the more you say, man, I'm having a bad day. Man, this day's not going right. It's gonna keep going just like that.
Just like that.
If you keep saying, I'm gonna be late, you're gonna be late. You keep saying you're gonna be late.
Right.
You causing things to be late. So even when you're not feeling good, you might wake up feeling sick.
Right.
I feel, so I never say I'm sick. I'm
Nope,
never sick.
never.
I'm healing.
Yeah,
Healing.
there's something.
Talk about
there's
it.
like a experiment that they do about talking to your plants. And speaking positive. Like, so they did a study basically. It's like when you speak positive to the plant versus speaking negative to the plant, same plant, and how it didn't grow when you were speaking negative to that plant. So I know sometimes a lot of people think of this stuff as like not real.
Right.
But I mean, our words and the living things, it is a connection. I guess it could be just that spirit. Or what do you think about that?
You know, it's funny. My grandmother used to do that. And you used to look at her like, your grandma over there bugging. Talking to the plants, giving them love.
Loving it.
You know what I'm saying? But plants go.
Right.
And she moved down south, so she left me a plant. I ain't really give it nothing. That plant literally died. And she was like, yo, what happened to my plant? I'm like, Ma, I put it near the sunlight, gave it water.
I did what you did.
I thought it was enough. She's like, no, what you told me? I wasn't doing none of that, Grandma. You know what I'm saying? But no, that's
Everything
powerful.
alive needs love.
That's right.
And just like when I go to work
right.
in the morning, like I go to work some
right.
mornings and I run into coworkers on the way to work, they instantly talking negative. Like, yo,
Right.
I don't want to
Right.
do this. Yesterday was,
Right.
and I'd be like, yo,
Right.
chill. Like, don't bring that on
It's
me.
too early.
So you got to
Yeah,
be
yeah.
careful of
That's
the
right.
people, too, that bring it on you. Not just
Absolutely.
you. People will push that on
Absolutely.
you, too. And they'll have a good day,
Absolutely.
but they rub their bad day off on you.
Absolutely.
You know what I'm saying?
And my wife, she be on me like, yo, when you wake up in the morning, stop getting on Instagram. No. 'Cause you don't know what you're gonna see. I don't need to wake up and see 4 people murdered in the Bronx last night.
That
I
hurts.
ain't even get the reset yet. Just don't wake up and get on the ground. Log out.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? It's a habit we all have. You
It's a
just grab
habit,
your phone
yes.
before you go, you strolling. It's like, yo, you ain't even get set yet for
And
the day.
the negative energy
Negative
already
there.
flushed through.
Already flushed through.
So, brother,
Flushed
let
through.
the world know who you are and where you are from.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Definitely born and raised in Brooklyn, Brownsville, East New York.
Let's
You
go.
know what I mean? Brother Alton, you know, I'm a motivational speaker, leadership trainer. I'm just a servant of the community, man.
That's right.
You know, I'm always in the community trying to help our young brothers and sisters get out.
So what
You
is
know?
a leadership trainer?
Leadership trains you. You know, we all, it's two different things. Leadership training may be like, I might come to your company and train you on leadership.
Gotcha.
You know what I'm saying? You work a place, you become a manager. You have leadership skills, but you don't really know what it is yet to be a leader. You don't know the different personalities. If I ask you how many leadership books you ever read, probably none. But even though you're a born leader, but you have to be trained to do it. And a lot of our young people in particular, they leaders already. They just never been taught leadership. They never been taught conflict resolution. They never been taught different things.
Conflict
You know what I
resolution.
mean? So we try to go into that, but that's what the leadership training part of it. So it could be for a company or it could be for dudes in the hood. You know what I'm saying? Definitely.
And how long have you been leadership training?
training.
I've been doing it like almost about 5-10 years now.
Okay.
5-10, because I always found myself in some sort of leadership.
Role.
Right.
Okay.
Even when you ain't want it, but it just come. We all have to like, why ain't you? I don't want to do it. Why me?
Right.
Why y'all coming to me with the idea?
It's your
But
natural
something
skill.
natural skill. But I
natural
realized
skill.
anything natural has to be trained and sharpened. You know, trained and sharpened. So I've been doing about 5 to 10 years right now.
right.
So let me ask you, because you say train and sharp. Are you a part of the Nation of Islam?
Absolutely. Yes,
And
ma'am.
I know there's a
Yes, ma'am.
lot of training
Yes, ma'am.
that goes into
Yes, ma'am.
that goes into that.
Yes, ma'am.
And
Yes,
I kind of feel like throughout the years, I guess because there's been a lot going on, we have social media. There's just a lot of disarray.
Right.
I haven't really heard too much from
Right.
my brothers and sisters in the nation.
Right.
In terms of in the street.
Yeah.
What can you speak to that?
Man, sis, I was in D.C. yesterday. I was in Southeast D.C. We was moving around. We on what is called a Saviors Tour. And we picked the worst of the worst. You know what I'm saying? When we go to an area, we want to know where's the most shootings at? Where's the most killings at? Where's that? We're in LA. Where's that? That's the area? That's the area we need to go. But the problem right now is just there's so much work everywhere. You know what I'm saying? We was up in the Polo Grounds recently, and the lady said, I haven't seen...
Harlem.
You know what I'm saying? Harlem, definitely Harlem.
Shout out
Love
to
Harlem.
Harlem.
We just had the Saviors Tour in Harlem. You know, so we had hit different parts. We had Kingdom basketball game. We was in the Polo Grounds. We moving. But every area needs help.
Right.
So it's really going to take all of us.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Brothers literally, it's mosques in every city, even in Jamaica, the country. The bros are out there. But it's so much work that you over here, and it's 100 other projects that need you.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So that's why it's really going to take all of us.
The community
The
as
community
well.
as
You
a
know,
whole.
it don't
Is
have
the
to be
community
FO.
receptive?
Definitely.
Like, are the kids, because it's a lot of influence now. Like, I felt
Definitely.
like in my day, it wasn't that much. We didn't have the socials. I didn't even, from my high school time, I might be giving away my age, baby,
That's
but
right. That's
you
right.
know,
That's right.
phones
Come on.
was just coming out.
Right.
Okay? Like, we had the
right.
prepaid. Not everybody had a
Right.
phone.
Come on, sis. Talk about that.
But now
Talk about
it's
that.
everywhere, and now
Yeah.
the kids are influenced, but it's not cool.
Right.
It's not. And I know it's always been difficult, right? When you're doing community programming,
Definitely.
but now it's even harder.
It's even harder. It's even
So
harder.
like, how are the kids? You said the kids are the leaders, and they are the leaders. They
Right.
are. But how are they receptive to you all? Because that amount of training and discipline that you have to be in the nation is
Right.
something different.
Right.
It's not something that is required today.
No, it's not. It's not. And sis, power respects power.
Oh, I like that.
I'm saying power respects power. That's why, when you look at the educational system and I ask you how many male teachers you had,
Oh, I'm
I
a
probably
teacher.
had one my whole life.
I'm a teacher, and there's
But that little
very
one
few
thing
male
makes a
teachers.
difference.
Oh, definitely.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? When I
Right.
come home in the house, it's a different house now.
Right.
My wife's like, "Oh, you got it easy when you come home," because the male brings something different.
That's a
so the
fact.
young hitters, when they see the bros, they know
They
I'm not
respect it.
playing.
I'm not here to play.
But I love you though. You know what I'm saying? So it's a different respect level. But I am you. I come from you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I'm not perfect. I'm striving to be an honorable man. But where you from, bro? Brownsville, me too. Come from the same hood. It's just that I gained knowledge of self.
Right.
That made me different. But no, with the technology, it definitely is harder. But that's why the enemy's working even harder. Let me just say this. That's why the Honorable Minister Farrakhan is banned on social media.
I was going to talk to you about that.
Huh, sis?
Okay, so
Let's
if
go.
I may, if I may,
Let's go.
I know that Netflix. He was about to have a special on Netflix that was going to be showing
Right.
that he's not monolith. I know
Right.
that he's a musical genius, a prodigy,
Right. Absolutely.
and it was going to lean on the different parts of him, and then they just cut it.
Cut it.
What do you say to that?
Since they gonna try every avenue they can to cut any light from getting to us. When he spoke at Nipsey Hussle's funeral, they really started even more because they don't want him reaching the youth.
Right.
They don't want the rappers meeting him. All the rappers meet him.
They woke
But
too.
they woke. And some of them
Ross woke up different
It's
when
so
he met
crazy.
Farrakhan.
You know what I'm saying, bro?
Rick Ross woke up
And
different.
we think of Ross or Jeezy, who would say, "Yo, I met with Farrakhan,"
Yeah, yeah.
but most people can't say they even met with him.
Yeah.
Talk about it.
You know what I'm saying? So they cut off. Oh no, he reaching the youth. No, we got to cut that off. But I could go on Gram and see booty all day. I could go on the Gram and see somebody get shot.
That's a
on the
fact.
gram.
That's a fact.
See all, but I can't
But you
hear
can't have,
a word. I can't see a video from this man. So it's crazy. So that's all. That anytime we moving, we got to always know there's another enemy that's like, no, let's cut that off. Cut that off.
Right.
And that, like I said, that Netflix supposed to be about his playing the violin.
Right.
But like, no, we don't want no because what they learned was from the main man march is that the more they talk about it, the more the word get out.
Yeah.
So they try not to say nothing.
Silence it.
Silence. So you almost think he's not here. You're like, what do you mean? He's been here, working, he grinding. You know what I mean? But that's they just cutting all avenues. Sis. That's it.
On we was talking about something earlier as far as like the negativity that's being promoted through Instagram,
Absolutely.
social media.
Absolutely.
So a couple days ago, someone sent me a clip of a guy in a car. He he allegedly, well, not allegedly, his woman had cheated on him. So he killed
himself and his
his 3 kids and himself.
Mm-hmm.
But this is like 2 days prior.
It was
a
on
guy,
live, right?
Yeah, this is 2 days prior to this man stabbing up his baby mother of 6 children in Philly.
Right.
So we were saying that you was a mental. What are you?
I do mental toughness.
Yeah, mental toughness.
Yes.
So
Toughness.
that goes. When I first heard this, these topics, these cases that was going on,
Right.
I instantly was like, "Yo, how can you kill somebody if you that mad? Then just kill yourself. Don't kill your kids."
And how about the young lady who just also ran her car into
Yeah.
several other cars
In LA.
because she was heartbroken?
So we want to talk about the mental illness that's going on in the Black community.
Lord, brother.
How do we tackle this and
My Lord.
what's the signs and how do we reach out to the people with these mental illnesses?
Man, you know, my favorite, the go-to rap to me, Jay, he said, we all screwed because we never had the tools. I'm trying to fix you. I'm trying to get these people with no stripes to be official. You know what I'm saying? The tools, you know, and so mental health, bro, mental health is, if you walk around New York,
You see it.
you like, yo,
Just
this is
ride
a
the train.
real thing. Ride the train.
It's
Ride
very
the train.
dangerous.
I mean,
It's very
but
dangerous.
it's always been around, but I guess since the pandemic,
It
it's
got
more
worse.
Right.
prevalent.
It got
You like,
worse.
I was standing at West 4th Street flow, and I'm like, yo, what? What is this?
And
You
New
know what I mean?
Yorkers are so we are. Our culture is that of mind your business.
Right,
to the,
right,
to the
right.
point
Absolutely.
that there's no community.
There's
and
no community.
you can see something happening
There's no
right in front of you
And
on the
just walk
train
over the
and
train.
allow it to happen
it
and keep it
moving.
moving.
No, they'll pull their phone out.
And
literally.
record.
Literally.
They'll pull their phone out and record instead of helping.
It's a, I mean, I think I seen it when I seen that piece on your page, bro, the sister with the 6 children. Shit was
That
heartbreaking.
was heartbreaking, bro.
You know, heartbreaking. It made me think, like I said, we gotta really, so 2 things. We gotta really take the stigma off of mental health, right?
Okay.
Like we all have to be doing things for our own mental health.
Yeah.
You know, one day I was telling some of the young kings, I was like, yo, listen, man, do you think somebody wakes up and be like, yo, when I'm 50 years old, I'm gonna be a bum?
No.
When I'm 50 years old, I'm gonna ride the train. I'm gonna sleep on an A train.
Right.
When I'm 50 years old, I'm gonna be that guy walking around Harlem with nowhere. I said, nah, no one says that. I wanna live on Ward's Island. No one says that.
Right.
But life hits. You know what I'm saying? Them body shots hit. And the thing about a body shot, a body shot take the fight out of you. You don't even want to fight no more when you get hit with a body shot. You like, yo, we done. But them body shots in life hit. And those people don't recover.
Yeah.
So if you look at their story, like, what was you doing when you was 20? What would you? So one day, even ask them, a homeless person, ask them, how did you get here? You know what I mean? So, but in day-to-day life, people like, yo, you need mental health. Nah, not me. Nah, we all need some help. We need help.
Yeah.
From slavery, from racism, we all need some mental help. We need relationship help. We need mental help. We need help as a parent. Because what happens, that parent snaps. And you be like, yo, how long
What's he going through this?
was he going through? What was he going through that we could have stopped that? Because he went all the way left. You know, and then when it comes to love, you know, we start to worship people, right? Worship mean like, I can't live without you. That's why I don't even like those type of songs. I can't live without you. I can live without anybody.
Talk about it.
I heard Mr. Farrakhan say when he said, yo,
Talk
stop
about it.
singing these songs. I can't live without you. I can't breathe without you. No. I mean, I want to live without you, but I can live without you.
Yes.
That's why my favorite song right now, bro, is Move On. With Diddy and you gotta move on, bro. Yeah, she don't want to be with you. You gotta let it go.
Gotta let
You know
it
what I'm saying?
go.
How
And
do-
vice versa.
Speaking of Irv Gotti, ain't let
Come on, bro, crazy.
Yeah. He should
And
have did that.
it's like, how do you say you love a person? That's the weird thing. I mean, how you say you love a person and then harm the person?
right, because you can't have them or whatever.
That's the opposite of love. Love is I protect that person.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? But you love and you get so deranged. You know I can't be without you, and if I can't be with you, no one's gonna be with you.
That's why they say love and hate is both spelled with 4 letters.
Come on, bro.
You know what I'm saying?
Come on.
Because it's only a thin line.
Come on.
And love got the same emotion
Come
as
on.
hate.
Real talk.
You know what I'm saying?
Real
so
talk.
when you love someone
Right.
as that hard,
Right.
you could hate them in the same breath.
Right.
And that's dangerous.
Right.
You know what I mean?
And that goes to the little, like I said, we all need help, sis. I need help. We all need help, man. You know what I'm saying? But sometimes, you know, when you're a quote unquote sane person, you kind of reject that.
Yeah.
You get in a relationship, we need therapy together. Now, we don't need no therapy. Now, we can use a little therapy. You know what I'm saying? We may not have been doing this right.
Right.
You know what I mean?
All that time.
All that time. You just become a parent one day. I was telling you, a
Just
guy
become
one
a
day.
parent one
Yeah.
day.
I said, pregnancy is like ready or not. Like
Right.
whether you ready or not,
It's here.
the baby's coming.
It's here.
You know what I'm saying? And you just start doing whatever you think. You know what I'm
Trying to
saying?
get
The
in
way you
line.
was raised, you start kind of do the same thing
Right.
almost. And then like maybe we
How
wasn't.
you was raised
how you
wasn't
was
right.
raised wasn't right.
I
Some
know
things
the way I
wasn't
wasn't
right.
raised wasn't right.
Right. Some things wasn't right.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? But yeah, that mental health piece and like you was talking about before that, there's a lot of money around. And that money needs to be used for people that need the help.
That's right.
Let's get them the help.
Yeah.
You know, I work in the train sometimes and I see like they have outreach workers and people coming in. I was at Newark Penn Station one day and I seen like an outreach worker come through. If you haven't been to Newark Penn Station, it'll make you cry. You'll be like, yo, what is this? I mean, they sleeping throughout the trains, bro.
It's hard. It's
Just
hard.
mental health right there. And it's like, yo, my people need help.
Yeah.
So the lady she was trying to get them to go to a shelter.
Right.
So I said, do they go? She was like, nah, they won't. Most of them won't go. I said, wow. You know, so I think it's just the resources, whatever we got to do need to be allocated to
Right.
that.
Yeah.
If we got $1 billion to do this, to make a stadium, we got
Right.
$1 billion for this.
That's what I'm talking about.
We got $1 billion for a stadium,
Building
for
a
a sports
museum,
arena, building a
a
museum.
hip hop museum, and a luxury building.
Right.
But you look at what's going on right now. It's not the necessity.
No new homeless
Come on.
shelters.
Right.
I feel like you go to the hood,
Yeah.
they building in by Plaza or
Right.
Sutter, like
Uh-huh.
Sutter and Four Bell.
Yes, sir.
They
Yes,
got that
sir.
shelter thing over
Yes,
there.
sir.
Right next to the city park.
Yes, sir.
You go to the park with your kids.
Oh
Yes,
no,
sir.
that's
They in the park.
Literally.
no. Let me tell you,
Literally.
because I'm in the DOE. So a lot of times, a lot of schools, believe it or not, their yard is the public park that is occupied by the shelter that's across the street.
Whoa.
Exactly.
That's what it is. Like the kids' parks are literally public parks. And how do you stop any interference in a
Exactly.
public
Right.
park?
Exactly.
You know, they cut
Right.
funding for. Go ahead,
Yeah,
go.
no, go.
They
Talk.
cut
Go
funding
on, sis.
for the DOE
Come on.
by the. I mean, we go over the years. There's trillions of dollars by
Right,
now,
absolutely.
but particularly this year. But we keep saying like children are the future, and you know,
gotta
education
protect
is
them.
important. But put your money where your mouth
Put
is. The
your money
money
where your mouth
shows
is.
you where
Put
you
your
think the
money
importance lies, right?
where
Because when
your
you run a
mouth
household,
is.
you
That's
pay
right.
your rent because your house is important.
Come
You
on.
pay for food because you got to eat.
That's
But
right.
if you keep on cutting this stuff with the kids, but you building this,
Yeah,
you building
sis.
more cells.
Right. More cells.
It just
building
goes
new
to show
jails.
us. So we do got to come together.
That's right.
Who's
you know.
stealing the money?
Right.
We was just talking before the cameras was rolling about the community days and the communities are not having their days, but the money is still being taken.
Man, take it.
So my thing is this: what do we do about it? How do we get a hold of our community since we our culture,
Right.
Brother Alton,
Yes,
is
sir.
so far behind.
We behind, brother.
The way we love each other,
Absolutely.
the way we respect our women,
Absolutely.
the way we teach our kids,
Absolutely.
we twisted, man.
Twisted all
You
the
do
way.
something, somebody else want to do something. There's so much
way.
hate and jealousy.
All
The
the way.
self-hate is at an all-time high.
All-time high.
Bro, we be mad when a white cop kill
All
us,
the time.
but when it's black on black, we good with it.
It's almost normal.
It's normal.
It's normal behavior.
It's normal.
Okay, I heard that before. We numb to it. You know what I'm saying?
Why
Okay.
what's going on?
Yeah, we brother.
What's
Man.
going on?
And what is mental toughness? Because when I first heard that, I was a little turned off. I'm not gonna lie.
Got you. Yes, ma'am. No.
Um,
No, absolutely.
Why would you turn off?
Because I hear buzzwords a lot, like, you know,
Right.
because in the education field, they use a lot of
Right.
buzzwords like resilience, and I don't like those words for our
Right.
young boys.
Right.
So when I heard mental toughness, I'm
Right.
like, I gotta ask him, what
Right.
does this mean?
No, absolutely. So that term really started from it's a company called Youth Build.
Okay.
Youth Build, and they youth between ages of 18 to 24, and they're trying to get their GED so they get construction training. But what they realize, we can have all the tools in the world, but if our people don't have the mental capacity to take advantage, so they would say, Brother Alton, you come in. You know, because even before we can get them to go to the GED class or get the construction, they had a term called mental toughness. And what is it? Was just making sure that they was ready for the program.
Gotcha.
It's like, yo, we get paid from the government for this program, and y'all need to be. Do you really want this opportunity, or you here to play?
Okay.
You here to get that stipend every week?
Okay.
You know, but no, so absolutely. So that's only really what it referring
Gotcha.
to, and just making sure, like I tell bros, you know, we tough, you know, but mentally we gotta be different. You know, but we use other words, mental toughness, mental healing, but that's where that word in particular came from. You know, it was a program that they do, and we just go through it to make sure they was ready for the program. You know what I mean? Because it might be 50 children. Like, yo, we only got 30 slots.
So
we want to
the
make
ones
sure
that
those that
really
need it really
Right.
get it.
Yeah.
Right.
You know, but no, bro, it's hard to even make our community care. Right? Care. So go to a parent-teacher night and see how many parents are there. And it's not that you don't care. Not you working.
Sometimes
You
that's
know
what
what I'm
it
saying?
is.
So, you know, and we have so many factors against us.
Yes.
From the home life to the world. So we fight many battles.
Yeah.
You know, not many of us have most of us don't grow up with a 2-family home.
Nope.
You know what I mean? When I'm going to parent teacher night, I'm like the only pops there.
Me too.
Maybe one other guy. We're like, yo, we see each other. What's up,
too.
bro? All right, hold it down, bro.
Or he might not even be your race.
Literally.
He might
Literally.
be white or
Literally.
Puerto Rican or something.
Literally.
Like that, you know,
So it's
like,
easy to steal money from people who not paying attention.
Yeah.
There we go.
No one paying attention. No one cares. I mean, we all
cares.
complaining.
Yeah.
No one cares.
I live in the we all complaining. Yo, listen, man, the laundry room, this one. But it's like, yo, we having a tenant meeting Thursday night. Nobody there.
Yeah, we got to start going to the meetings.
Gotta start going to the
Board
meetings.
There we
I know,
go.
like when the gentrification
Come on.
happens, before the gentrification happened, you can tell when it's about to happen by who's at the
Absolutely.
board meetings
Yeah.
for the
Absolutely.
community.
Absolutely.
But we don't attend that. But it's not our fault.
No,
we
no,
were
no.
not
We were-
taught to
we
attend
wasn't
these.
taught, sis.
Yeah, you know, a lot of people
We
don't even know
wasn't
these
taught.
things exist, and then we probably think we don't have enough money to even be in these spaces
Right.
to make a
Saying?
difference.
And it was a takeover with the money. Before the gentrification came,
Right.
they came with the money.
Right.
They'll buy y'all with your brownstone
on.
for $1 million.
Come on. Come
Yeah.
on.
Built the Barclay.
That's
we
right.
want this. We want that.
That's right.
Then they came with the takeover.
That's right.
See, they think first.
But let me
before
tell
they
you something
plot,
about the
they think.
Barclay. That community, because it wasn't all black, they fought. Because I went to Lockland.
That's
I went to
right.
school
Yeah, they
over there.
did
They
fight.
were fighting
For
for them
years.
not to build that stadium. But that's
right.
because that wasn't an all black community. By then, it had already kind of started, but they wanted to just keep. They didn't want it to get any bigger than it already is. But you know, yeah, of course. What happens? We leave the community. I hate to say it. We you know, our grandmothers,
No,
they had the
absolutely, yeah.
brownstones. We
Right.
trying to make it. We trying to
That's
do a little
right.
better. Now they don't have no resources,
Nothing
and then that
at
man
all.
come around with that million.
Literally.
You be like, you know what? Let's go.
Yeah.
Right.
You not messed up
Then
the
they
whole
raised it
family
up.
structure.
They raised it up, and whoever was renting next door, maybe they didn't own it. Now the
That's
renter
right.
can't afford it.
That's right.
And now they got to go in, and it just is
Yeah.
a
And
build
these
on
are
a
the
build
things
on.
that
Yeah.
we all have to be taught.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? That we're not taught. These things, you know, you graduate from school, you don't know about credit yet.
Right.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? You don't know how to, you don't have life skills.
No life skills.
Life skills are not taught. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, we're not taught to go to meetings. You know, we're not taught, even in the hood, right? As we're not taught even how to have conversations with each other. So the minute I feel disrespected, we got to go all the way left.
I think that might be the most important part because
Absolutely.
I think I want to like I don't you know we kind of shit on what's happening right now with social media, but I do got to give it up to the Earn Your Leisure guys. There's Miss
Absolutely.
Business
They
101.
killing it.
She's talking about taxes.
Come on.
She's
Come on.
preaching to the people
Nice.
who are because a
Nice.
lot of people are getting to
Come
the
on.
bag because of
Absolutely.
social media. These young
Absolutely.
kids, my nail lady is 19. My
Getting
makeup artist
back.
is
Come on.
21.
Get into
Right.
it.
And so now they
Get
are
into it.
coming up to
No.
the, it is a niche out. It is a market out there where the kids are learning. They
Right.
are
Absolutely.
learning through the social media, but it's that component that's missing.
Yes, yeah. And that's why all of us have some, listen, whether it's the Nation of Islam, whether you're in a church, no matter what you believe, we all got something this world needs.
That's right.
Because you may be covering the financial literacy. He may be covering, you know what I'm saying, entrepreneurship. I'm going to cover the conflict resolution.
Right.
And if we all do our part, we all going to win. Because at the end of the day, that's why inside the nation, we're not allowed to have weapons. There's no weapons.
Hold on, I
There's
didn't know
not
that.
a member in the nation that carries. We don't carry no weapons on us or even in our person.
So wait,
Wow.
when the nation was bodyguarding for Martin, I mean not for Martin, for
Malcolm. Oh.
for MJ, Michael Jackson.
Yes, ma'am.
No weapons.
Not a single weapon.
What?
sis.
That is actually even more
You,
gangster.
you see the nation with anybody.
That's good.
No weapon. We're not allowed to. Now, we have members that are in law enforcement. That's your
That's
job.
different, right?
Yeah.
But in our house, in our person, no weapons because we as a people don't know how to settle conflict. So the minute I get angry, I'm over here. Like, what are you reaching for? Because we don't know how to talk. Yo, who you talking to? What? As soon as the voices go up.
Right.
Now he going to grab the gun already. It's like, yo, bro, it wasn't even that deep. Even between male and female.
Right.
Crimes of passion. Like, yo,
Crimes
why,
of passion.
why did you go get the knife? Why did you go get the gun? Why did We not meant. We not really ready for. We don't need to have that.
But
Yeah.
where did this come from? Who taught us this?
Absolutely.
Why we have zero tolerance amongst
Absolutely.
each other?
Real talk.
Why? Why when I walk past my other brother, we looking at each other, but a Chinese man could walk past me and I just look
No
straight?
problems.
We scared of each other.
Real talk.
And it's sad.
Self-hate.
Self-hate is at an all-time high.
And once you hate yourself, then that just spills over to every part of it. You know, it's like you said, me and Flo could walk down 7 blocks, they might ask us a question.
Right.
You ain't say nothing. Nothing. But that's just the way we taught.
Is it a competition factor? Like, you know, are we in competition with one another? So you're not necessarily in competition with the other man that you see
That's
walking down the
deep.
street. But when you see
That's
a brother,
deep.
there's like an internalized competition going
That's
on
deep.
right now. Because everybody
That could be
wants
too.
to make it. Everybody wants to get up.
Right.
Everybody low-key wants to be celebritized.
Absolutely.
Or whatever they want. Whatever accolades they
Absolutely.
want. So I think that might be the component.
No, absolutely.
When girls talk about it all the time. Like
Right.
I'll talk about it from like a lower level standpoint.
Right.
But like when we go to a white event or like a more mixed event, like we don't really care how we look.
Right.
We can let our guard down.
Right.
And we can have a good time. And we're
right.
like, you know, but then when we go with the girls,
Right.
we gotta be all the way
Yeah,
on
yeah,
point.
yeah,
everything
yeah,
everything
yeah,
gotta
yeah.
be done.
Right.
I gotta look
Yeah,
good.
I
I
got you,
gotta
I got
That's
you.
an excellent
stepping.
point.
I got you.
That's an excellent point. And we do help each other. You know, that's I never even thought about it from that
No
perspective.
Mm-hmm.
That's true. There's definitely some thing I never seen that before.
Right.
Because we do that.
We
You
do
know what
do
I'm
it.
saying?
I don't know
that.
why.
We
but
do that.
I
but
think it's
no.
a culture thing. I think it kind of comes back from, you know, post-slavery. You know what I'm saying? Like
Absolutely,
we had to
definitely.
be like in the rags and looking a hot mess. And then by the time we're trying to get ourselves up out of that, it's about our appearance. Like that's
Yeah.
the first thing we could present ourselves as like
Right.
post-slavery. We're better now. We're getting better now. It's
Right.
your physical appearance. Like
Right.
how do you change yourself? How do you change the way you
Yeah.
dress? And then that turns into competition. Then that turns into I want to have the most. But at one time we did have more community.
Yeah.
Things like Black Wall Street, Seneca Village here,
That's
right in
right.
Central Park. You
Right.
know,
But
how can we build that?
In order to start with that, you always have to start with knowledge.
Yep.
Right? Once you know yourself,
Yeah.
then we can move in a civilized manner. But without it, we on demon time. See,
Talk
without
about
it,
that term,
we
demon time.
on savage time. See, word like we were saying earlier about words, right?
Powerful.
Powerful. Once you say you're on demon time, you almost activated now.
I don't
Like,
even want to
you know what?
be
I'm on demon time. Nah, I'm not. I'm on God time.
Okay.
Nah, I'm on God.
demon
You know what I
time.
mean? So them words, I'm savage.
Like
yeah.
you're using these
Well, what is
words.
a savage? Savage is one who's living a beast life.
Right.
Savage is a person who don't care about anything. No. But when we have the ability, the God ability to make anything hot.
Yeah.
So when we say a word, I'm savage. I'm on demon time, bro.
Right.
No, we're not on demon time, bro. You know what I mean?
Can you I want to rewind
Got
two
you.
things.
Come on, let's go.
First one is the savage mode, you know, because that was at one time a justification to do all sorts of things to,
Right,
to our people.
right.
The second thing is like we got the ability to make anything hot. Like let's talk about that for Black culture.
Anything.
We are the trendsetters. We
Anything.
are the pop culture right now. Pop
Right.
culture done adopted everything
Right.
that we are. So let's
Yeah.
talk about that.
Anything, sis.
So we have the ability to make everything hot.
Right.
How can we make like positivity hot?
Right. By just doing it. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
And we do have to be intentional sometimes. We don't like to say, we're not a group here that like to say, nah, we're not using that word. That
Right. Mm-hmm.
word's not. That word is not good for us. We just keep going with it and hope it just pass.
Mm-hmm.
And it's like, we're not on that word. We dropping that word. Let's cancel. Let's cancel that word.
I feel like
You know?
it'll never be that way because the music industry
It's
pays
monetizing it.
Absolutely.
billions of dollars
Absolutely.
for these kids to talk about Black genocide.
Literally.
So that's what they do.
Literally.
And until you can attack the hip hop community,
Right.
that's when you will start seeing change.
That's right.
Until then, they're gonna keep giving people the money to talk about
That's right.
killing my brother, killing my
Yeah.
sister,
That's what's up.
this, that, and the third. You know
Yes,
what I
sir.
mean? So it's
and like
gonna
you,
be hard.
we have artists. Artists have said before they make a positive song.
And
Record label like
they're
nah,
not pushing
we
it.
don't
Nah,
want
we
that.
need that other song. We need that.
He on demon time.
Demon
look.
time. We need
There's
that
not
song.
a lot of
and you
Black-
get that gets pushed.
Yeah.
Right.
So it's just like even sometimes amongst our community, right? Someone go to jail, they come out, man. We throwing parties, kid. Yo, you home, son? Oh, somebody graduate from college. He don't get the same energy.
Same energy.
Oh, you at that low college thing, huh?
All right, whatever.
Huh? Where my party at?
Right.
I did. What's up? I got a good job. No. We don't applaud. Not saying when our brothers come, we gotta show them love. Nah, bro. Never again. When I see my bro, say to yourself, never again, bro.
Yes.
We on some never again tip.
We only
Okay.
show love for wakes and release dates. That's it.
wakes and what?
Release dates.
Release dates. Wow.
That's the only time we show love.
That's powerful,
And that
brother.
was a word in the hood. That's a
brother.
word.
That's a slogan from the hood.
That was a slogan from the hood. They only show love for wakes and release dates, not graduations, not marriages,
Right.
none of that. They don't show love for that, bro. And it's sad.
Yeah, sad.
I see a million people at
That's
Grace,
right. That's right. Real
but
talk.
I don't see nobody at his party.
Nah.
They don't celebrate you when you're alive, bro.
We gotta push. And we all gotta have the thinking, like, right? I can change the world. One person can change the world, but you gotta just do your part. No, we look at Dr. Martin Luther King. We look at greats. That's just one person who said, you know what? I'm gonna do it. And most of the time they don't even know how they're gonna do it. They just know I'm gonna do this. And that one changes the thing. But Barack said, you know what? I'm gonna be the president. Change black children for life.
Right.
We could go into his policy. Listen,
don't matter.
Listen,
That
all I
figure
know
was
is my
still a
son
figure, right.
know that a black person could be a president.
Right.
So give him something. So we always gonna go back to the lack of knowledge itself.
So we
know what I
talk
mean?
about, like you just said, Martin Luther King, MLK, leaders for positive black role models. That was back then.
Right.
But it seems like
We don't
from
have-
back then,
That's
from to now,
Right,
we
right.
don't get that. Is it
Right.
something that they instilled in us fear? Fear of the rise of a new Messiah?
Absolutely.
Are we scared to become that?
Right.
Because I know I feel like I should be the next
Right.
one.
Right.
But am I like keeping myself down because I don't want to be killed? Like what's going on? Like I don't see the next person that's representing us. They putting it in the rappers.
Right,
A rapper
right.
can't lead the people.
He can't do everything.
He can't do everything.
They are leaders, but they
Yeah,
can't
and
do
they
everything.
own matter.
Yeah, absolutely.
So like what's going on with that? Like
I think, man, I think you hit it right there. It's fair, bro. Because at the end of the day, you got to be able to stand. You know, so we're talking about the Honorable Minister Louis Farrakhan. He's fearless. Can't do nothing to him. He can say whatever he want to say. But that anytime someone says something crazy, they always put you back in line. So you got to have a fearlessness about you. Like, nah,
I feel like
yeah.
controversial figure.
Yes, ma'am.
But I feel like at one point Nick Cannon was trying to
Come
trying
on,
to get
sis.
there.
they shut him down.
Come on.
So I feel like he was trying
That's
to
right.
get there.
That's right.
And then
That's right.
the very same thing happened. The moment you say something that others deem out of pocket or
Right.
that they don't want
Right.
to, they just want to hear a buzzword and they don't want to really go into it and actually like think about the nuances or whatever
Right.
the case may be. You can't say certain stuff.
Right.
You're going to get the plug pulled, period.
Right.
And that's what happened to him. So I think that's really kind of what people, it's money.
Absolutely.
I
It's all
think
about
it's
money.
celebritizing and it's money. So I think back in the day, right now, our leaders weren't trying to be celebrities.
No, they wasn't.
You know
At
what I'm
all.
saying? It wasn't trying to be
At
celebrities.
all.
And for them, how they survived was through the community. I don't even know how they got their money. I don't know how they got
You know
money.
what I'm saying,
No.
sis?
I don't
Like, how
even
they survive, right?
I don't know, but they did it. I'm sure they had help. I'm
did.
sure funding and all kinds of stuff.
Right.
But these people today, the funding is not coming from in the community. They're coming from corporations.
Right.
So you bought.
Right.
In a way, you're bought. And I think that's probably what it is. Everybody's trying to get to a certain level, but in order to get to that level, we have the issue with corporate funding. And then now you can't say what you want to say. Now, boom, no leader. You notice what happened. He went from talking about being woke, talking about all these topics,
Now
and
you
now
got
he
about him having
and now
mad babies
he
with
got
everybody.
mad kids from different
Right.
things.
So
Can
you
you
went
talk
from
about
that-
that from manhood?
Right.
Can we talk
Right.
about that because you do deal with manhood, right?
That's right.
And a lot of people kind of how he's explaining it now, which is how a lot of people are explaining it now. And before, it's like my manhood means passing on my lineage down to a different her, and her. So can you talk about that? Is that manhood?
Sis.
Mm.
Like
Good
I
question.
said, programming, right? Programming. You're taught from this wicked, I hate this word sometimes, I do. You're taught from young to be, how many girlfriends you got?
Yes.
That's what we ask little boys. How many girlfriends you got? You got girlfriends?
With that
You know what I'm
smile,
saying?
just like that.
Just like that. Word, yo, you doing it, yo. You know what I'm saying? So we not taught, yo, one woman. You only need one woman, bro. All that, and then because most of us don't grow with a father, we don't really realize how important a father is. Because I didn't grow up with my pops.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So when I'm talking to my son, my wife sometimes has to tell me, like, yo, your son just wants to be with you. You don't.
Yeah, I don't have that.
I'm like, wow, I didn't have that. So I'm like, you know what? Yeah, he said he just want you to watch the movie with him. Just you being around. We didn't have that. You know, so no, so we've been taught a false way of manhood. We've been taught a false way. And it's just like when you grow up after a while, you be like, you know what? There is no tooth fairy. Yeah, hate to tell you this, there's no Santa Claus. We've been taught a way that we gotta look at him like, you know what? That's some bullshit. Nah, that wasn't the way.
Right.
You only need one.
Right.
You can't. You don't have the capacity.
Talk about it.
You don't have the capacity to deal with more than one.
Right.
So just hope.
And
one's more
when
than
people
enough.
say that, when women say that, they think about financial. But I mean, let's
Right.
talk about mental and emotional.
Right.
You can't even emotionally connect
Come
with the
on,
one
man.
woman that you might have.
Come on.
But I thought that Muslim was able to have more than one wife.
So they in let me say this
In
too.
the Quran.
I'm never in the Quran, but in the nation, you're only allowed one wife.
Okay.
If you want to do something else, you plan on leaving the nation.
Gotcha.
Wow.
Listen, bro.
Thanks for clarifying that.
One wife. Don't listen. Okay. Ms. Farrakhan said, dealing with more than one woman is like bringing fire to your chest. You can't. The fire will consume you. Focus on just the one. Y'all building a family. You and her. You know. But that even in the Quran, that was for a certain time
And a certain purpose.
Certain
I think
purpose.
people take away the, like
what
you said,
I'm saying?
you take away the environment, the time, and the purpose.
Right.
And you just want to take the ideal. That doesn't even fit
No,
in
that don't
today's
fit.
society anymore.
That was during war, losing
Right.
a lot of men. Okay, all right. You know what I'm saying? And some in another time maybe, but right now, let's focus
That
on
was
the
during
one.
war.
Let's focus on the one. You know what I mean? Developing families and not spreading my seed each and every way. You know what I mean? I know some people have the finances, but it's not even about that. It's about the time. You know, because children don't know money really. They know time. Time. Listen, Dad, what time you coming home? When I left here today, my son said, what time is the interview? I said, 6:30. What time you coming home?
That's dope.
I'm like, should have been like around 8:30. He said, Dad, that's 4 hours.
They do math for
I'm
the
like,
time.
oh, okay,
That's a long time.
you're right. You know what I'm saying? Like, so hurry up. You was off work today. They only know time.
That's right.
You know what I mean? And we got to be there to help them to go through.
Yo, you just gave me. That's so true.
Yeah.
All my son only
Time,
talks about time.
Time, bro.
Dad, so what time you take lunch?
Right. Yeah.
So Dad, so you take
Right.
lunch at that and you
Right.
get home at 4:30. You right about that.
Right.
My son does the same thing to me.
Right. So he knows time. He don't even understand. Sometimes we get on him, try to understand. Yo, you know how much this costs? They
don't
can't
understand that,
concept.
bro.
Yeah.
You know how much I make it out? I don't know. Dad, I'm just saying, are you coming?
Right.
Are we going to Rob Playland? Because you said we was going. Yeah, you don't know Rob Playland costs us.
Right.
I'm gonna spend $500
Right.
today.
Right.
I
They
just
don't
know
know
we're
that.
gonna spend some time together. But that's what's me. But we have a few things. It's just we've been taught. You like, you know what? So even going back to conflict resolution, right? We never taught how to handle problems. So all we know what to do is fight. Especially boys. Boys are aggressive anyway. Boys are naturally different. So all we know is fight. Yo, you playing me? You disrespect?
Right.
Nah, let's
Yeah.
talk. Because before two countries go to war, they got to talk
I gotta
first.
talk first.
People that really know how to fight never want
They
to
never
fight
want to
We
fight.
try to avoid it.
at all costs.
Yo,
Listen, hey, yo, you got it, bro.
man. You got
And
it.
before we get here, I know how to verbally bring it down. You know what?
Yes.
Going crazy. If me and Flo had a problem right now, you know what? Let's talk outside, bro. Because we can't talk in front of people. Because now people watching me.
There's an
Now,
audience.
I feel like I'm getting played now.
So who's responsible for teaching de-escalation?
It should be taught in the homes.
Yep, I was about to
It
say
should be.
parents.
It need to be taught everywhere, really, sis. We got to take a multi-level approach. Teach at home, teach at school. We need programs that teach it, but it's something that has to be taught. This is why we have so much shooting. You know what I'm saying? I mean, one of the reasons why we never been taught. So you almost think what they say in the hood, you think you copping a plea. Like, bro,
Right.
listen, it's a misunderstanding.
Right.
Trust me, most of these killings is misunderstandings.
Right. Or
It's like, yo,
emotional highs.
emotional thing. Yo, I thought you said something on IG. I thought you was trying to. So you can't bring life back. Once you can't bring life back, so we have to be taught how to handle communication. If you take a guy that likes to fight, right, and you put him in the boxing, he probably never get in a fight a day in his life no more.
Right.
Because now he knows not only how to fight, he don't even want to fight no more.
After doing all
It's like,
that.
listen, okay, you learn how to, avoid that. You know, don't even get into that.
And most professional fighters, like martial arts,
Come on.
they do not fight.
They do
Like that's
not
the number
fight.
one thing they say. I cannot fight
Don't
you.
fight.
Like
I'm not fighting you.
Listen, bro, listen, I see you later. I'll take the hit, I'll take the ego hit.
Right.
You're right. I'm a punk. You're
Right.
right. Keep it moving. I'm trying to make it home, bro. You know what I'm saying? Now, if you touch them, something else is going to happen.
Right.
But they're going to give you fair warning. You
Fair
know,
warning.
so those type of things. Even real life math. You know, sometimes you do things, you be like, yo, where was that party at? Oh, that party was over there. Are you from there? Why would you go there?
Right.
Wasn't we talking about that
Yep.
a little bit before?
Why would you go
We
there?
had we had an episode with
Yep.
a friend, and we were talking about pink houses. I was like,
Yeah.
and I did a
never
poll.
went there.
I never
Yeah.
been to pink houses. I wasn't
Yeah.
allowed to go. I'm not from there.
Right.
And I did a poll. I was like, so who was in pink houses, or was you like, I don't play other people's projects? And everybody, like most
Right.
people say, I don't play other people's projects.
Right.
Yeah.
It was wicked back then, you know. But
They
to
would
talk
forecast
about
these things.
the projects back then, it was more family orientated.
Absolutely.
All like
Absolutely.
all the elders, the grandmothers, and you know, you couldn't just do anything in front of them because they had permission to whip your ass.
Right.
They had permission to treat you just like your mother would.
Right.
So now you got kids smoking weed in the lobbies.
Real talk.
They just doing whatever they want to do.
talk.
And it's like the elders is not saying nothing. And part of me too, because
Right.
now I'm the elder.
Right.
Real talk.
I'm not saying nothing to these kids because they looking at me like, fuck.
Right.
Well,
And then they
Well,
go
some-
home and
some
tell their
people are
parent, like, yo,
afraid.
Right.
Flo just told me
Right.
stop
Right.
smoking weed in the building.
Right.
Now they parent coming downstairs.
Right.
And some of these
Right.
kids are firecrackers, and you say something, and now you got to
Literally.
beef with a child.
Literally.
You know what I mean? So it's scary.
And it's a lose-lose.
It's a lose-lose.
It's a
That's so it's
lose-lose.
hard. I know me in particular,
Lose-lose.
where I grew up in Bushwick. Everybody knew everybody. My first fight on a corner store, I had a fight with a boy. My 1st fight, the corner store guy called my parents. I didn't even know he had my mother number.
Yeah. See what
Wow.
I'm saying?
Call her.
He called
She
the,
down
he had
here.
the
Yeah, she
number.
over here.
Okay, now you got the corner store people shooting people because they stole
Right.
chips.
Right.
You know, we see
Right.
cooking all the time. We stealing stuff, but you know
Right.
what? You rectify it. Like you said, you speak to the parent because you know the parent. And even me now, I don't know anybody in my building.
No, same, sis. I live in Plaza.
Right.
And I look the other day, I was like, yo, man, I don't know none of
Is
these young
nobody-
boys. They all look like Lil Durk, but I don't know none of them. But I say, you know what? Oh, that's not good though, bro.
Not good.
You gotta get to them. You know what I'm saying? Because then something gonna happen. You're gonna be like, yo, man, maybe I could have said something to the young God. Maybe I could have gave them a word. That's why it's gonna take. We need programs. We need everything. We need everything we all got because we so messed up. We need everything. You know what I'm saying? We gotta take a holistic approach to everything. Home, life, school, work, programs. We gotta because we all the way messed up, bro.
I was
Yeah.
having a conversation outside with some of the OGs in my hood, right?
Right.
And I was kind of just telling them, I'm like, yo, these ox, they taking over, know what I mean? They doing this, they treating us like this, they making your food, however. And I was like, yo, I don't like that. So he said, Flo, what Jay-Z said in that song? Don't die over a neighborhood that your mama ran. I was looking at him, I was like, what you mean? He said, you can't talk about what the oxen stuff is doing because they doing what we supposed to do.
Right.
You know, they buying out everything,
Right.
getting all this money, they
Right.
buying stores, everybody living together,
Right.
he move out,
Right.
then 4 more other people do it. They all put their money together to get them a store,
Right.
and we not doing anything.
Right.
So all we doing, we sitting here just waiting and watching things. Our community just getting took over. We not no stores.
Right.
We don't got nothing in our name, bro.
Nothing.
So it's like,
Nothing. And granted that no other community has been done what we done.
Right.
Like we start from ground zero,
right.
below zero. You know what I'm saying? So y'all don't even have that factor. Y'all already united in certain ways.
Right.
Yes.
It's hard to get us to unite to choose the same movie.
right,
You know what I'm saying? It's hard to get all of us to, like I said, to a PTA meeting. You know what I mean? And we live in the same area. So I mean, we just back to that
but
awareness.
the reason for me saying that because the question is, where's the help? Where do we go to get help?
What you mean help?
Help as in to get money for research, to get money just for being black. So I might want to buy a business. Like, where do we go for this?
Right.
We deserve that too.
I mean, honestly, there are programs, there are things. I just think it's about like the unification and being willing to do it. Like because I feel like there's different avenues are being taken, and then when one of us does get that, we do get the house, we don't get it in the neighborhood. Probably because we can no longer afford it in the neighborhood.
100%.
Everything right now in Brooklyn is $1 million
up.
and up. So people are buying homes in Jersey right now.
Right.
But there are programs like Buy the Block
Yes.
where you do like a crowdfunding or a share funding
Right.
and, buy out the building and you have a share in that building. I don't want, because I feel like we are trying.
No,
It's just
absolutely.
not
Yeah,
going
yeah.
to be an overnight
No,
thing.
it's not.
It's just
And
gonna
it's
take a
each
lot
one
of time.
teach one, right? Because most time you don't even know that program was available.
Right.
Right.
Like, we know if they put an extra EBT on the card.
Right.
Because we tell each other, yo, listen,
Right.
that extra joint drop. We spread that piece easy, yo.
Yo, they
drop
put 200.
it.
Yo,
200. You got
Everybody
yours?
Check the EBT card.
Check that. Check the card. Go on the grams.
I think that people are discouraged because you know what?
Yeah.
When you say that, is not a lot of work.
No, it's not.
So when
It's not.
we spread like,
It's
there's
not.
the EBT thing, there's not a lot of
No,
work
it's
in
not.
that. It's just
Yeah.
like, so
It
we're
drops.
going to spread that info.
But to actually go fill out an application, different ballgame.
Yes.
Right.
Absolutely.
And I think it's that
Yeah,
part,
true.
like starting the work. A lot of people are, already disenfranchised with the government. Don't trust
Absolutely.
anything.
Absolutely.
Tired, withered,
Absolutely.
all kinds of things.
Absolutely.
And I speak for my parents who
Absolutely.
might be able to do something. They're tired. And they don't want to like say, well, what? There's a program to do what?
Right.
I don't want to do that.
Right.
You do it.
Right.
But not everybody in my age group
Absolutely.
are in the
Absolutely.
position to do it. So it might be only me and my family that can do it.
Absolutely.
Which is honestly the case.
Absolutely.
And that's still a lot of burden on me.
Absolutely.
And people don't
It's
talk
tiring.
about those financials. Like my parents' home is in my name. I cannot qualify for a first homeowner for me
Really?
because their home is.
Really?
I had to sign with my dad because we already was behind in the credit game. So me and my dad had to sign together.
See?
My mom wasn't able to do it. So now I don't qualify for that. Now my sister, we're trying to do some real estate stuff. She don't have the credit. It's like you said, it just takes a lot to get to those points.
Right.
And it's just a lot of red tape. It's a lot of things
They
against
put a lot of roadblocks in
Yes.
front of you,
All
and
time.
it starts off when you're young, because that's how they do it. They're gonna mess this up. He's gonna get in trouble when he's young, so he's gonna have a felony. So by the time he do mentally mature as a man, he can't get this job. That's what they do. They prey on us. And another thing is, right, what you doing, everything that you doing, doing the what you say, the mental
toughness.
the mental toughness,
Leadership
the
training.
leadership
Yes, sir.
training.
Yes, sir.
Is this for a bigger role that's to come? Like, there's different presidents. It might
Right.
be will you be the next time?
Yeah, I don't know, brother. It's fun. My uncle be hitting me all the time. He's like, man, you need to get into politics. I be like, yo, chill, man. Let me just do my work.
Right, like a mayor or
Do my
something.
work.
Like, what's going on?
Yeah.
How do you feel about politics? How do you feel about entering into politics?
I think we definitely need good politicians.
Right.
We need someone that understands the community, loves the community. No, that's needed. We can't move forward without it, really. You know what I'm saying?
Can't move
I
forward
can't see
without it.
me there yet, but we never know. I wouldn't be against it. You never know.
So
And
how
these
can
little
corporations
roles-
get to you? How can people contact you who need leadership training? Because I think that's where it starts too. We
Right.
keep saying like, how do we do this? Where does it start? It starts with some
Right.
leadership training
Right.
because once you
Right.
get those skills, that confidence,
Absolutely.
you're able to move forward. So where
Absolutely.
can people? How do they hire you to come in and help them?
Absolutely. You definitely go get me on Instagram, Mr. League of Men. The website is built. Actually, it's going to be dropping by Friday. And that's why
Dope.
we never know inspiration, right? Flo called me for the interview, right? And when I got off the phone with him, I was like, yo, you start thinking about things I'm supposed to have done already. I said, yo, I ain't finished that website. I ain't finished this. I didn't even know. I'm looking at him like, my bro making moves out there. It was inspiring. I'm like, oh my God. You know what I'm saying? Because you get caught up working.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
And he'd be like, yo, man, don't get back to that, man. You gotta go. The world needs you. The world needs exactly what you got.
Right.
So no, absolutely. So Mr. League of Men, they could catch me on IG. We can move from there, definitely. But definitely by Friday, the website gonna be dropping because
By the time this dropped, the website gonna
yes,
be up.
come on. You know what I'm saying? Because even if we could save one, we did our job.
Well, I want to give a personal anecdote about how the nation has impacted my life.
Oh, come on, sir.
I went to PWI, so I went to a predominantly white institution for college, and that's after having gone to mostly black schools.
Okay.
For high school,
You said PWI.
Yeah, predominantly white institution.
Oh, got you.
Yeah, that's what it's called.
dropped it.
Predominantly
He
white
dropped it on
institution.
us.
You just rocked me, sis.
Facts. So I was in an all-white college upstate. So it was definitely a huge culture shock, right? Because I'm from Brooklyn. Even though I went to like a Catholic school, it was all black. It was just like, I was like, oh, wow, what the hell is this? After I got out of my freshman year, so this is how they indoctrinate you, low key. My first year, I was in it's called a block. How about that? It's all about words. It's called a block.
Block.
They had us inner city kids all together. in our first year classes.
This is college.
College. By the
Gotcha.
time I
Okay.
got into
On
my
the block.
it's called the block.
On
It's
the
called
block.
the
All
block.
inner city kids. So
Right.
I mean, the little bit of black people that made
Listen.
it is on the block.
So but we weren't like, it's not a physical thing, but we all had the same classes, right? So now I'm familiar. But now I'm getting into my major, my second year, and I'm the only black girl in a lecture hall.
Right.
That's it, just me. And I was in broadcasting, mass communications. I don't know if people know, but especially back then, that genre is definitely, it's like geeky white boys who are from So first of all, I didn't even know the movies they're talking about. Okay, you talking about Hitchcock, which is good to know, but where's Spike Lee?
Where's Spike Lee at?
None of that. So I'm really ostracized, right? And I met somebody who tried to get me a job, and he was a part of the Nation of Islam. He became my mentor, and we went to the Million Moors March. I joined a lot of leadership groups. I was the president of the Black Student Union. Alana, which was like an alliance group for all POCs, and he changed my life in college. Had I not met him, and had I not became a part of his community, and he had not had, he rest in peace, have him as a mentor, I probably wouldn't have been the woman that I am today, let alone probably finish the way I finished. He definitely put a battery on my back to be that girl.
That's right.
He didn't try to change me.
Right. No, not
at all. I was still me. I was still a college kid, guys. Okay, I'm in college, all right?
No doubt.
And he always supported me, and he brought me into his fold. And without him, I just don't know I would have had that same experience.
That's powerful, sis.
Yeah.
And you say you went to the Millions, what movie?
Millions More March.
Come on.
I went to two. I went to see Louis Farrakhan as well in DC.
Come on.
Yeah.
See?
Come on. See?
See?
The power of one person.
Yeah, one person.
One person.
Did they ever have a Millions Women's March?
Yes, they did.
They had one of those
In
right?
Philly.
Yes.
In Philly.
Yeah, Philly. Yes, ma'am. That was, I think, 2 years after the Million Man March.
Yeah.
You know,
Right.
but no, that's the power of one person, sis. You know what I mean? It can change your trajectory
That's right.
of life. And that's what y'all doing here, moving forward. I love that. I love that
Moving
title
forward.
too.
Bro,
Moving
that word,
forward.
We could have picked anything, but moving forward.
Moving
moving
forward.
Anything.
Yeah.
So, don't try to steal that, y'all. That's just LLC. It's LLC, so come on with it. Come with it if you want.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, the lawyer be contacting you.
That's the whole fact.
No,
So
bro.
before we get out of here,
Yes,
man,
sir.
is there anything that you want to say to anybody out there?
Man, we talk about that mental toughness word, right, sis? We all going through a lot in life. Life is stressful. Life could tear you down, but you gotta keep moving. When you started life from sperm to egg, you had to fight. To get to life, you gotta fight. For the baby to come out, they gotta fight. Yeah, the mother's in pain. You know what I'm saying? But what if the baby could tell a story? So even to get here in life is pain. But you have all in you to get through it. Don't give up.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Even that's you think being an adult is easy till you become an adult. You're like, yo, these bills, man, listen, you have big dreams until you become an adult. And you're like, yo, man, okay, life ain't really,
Adults
life,
ain't giving what it's
you know what I'm
supposed to
saying?
give.
Listen, hey.
We can't wait to get
Can't
adults
wait
so we
to
can
get
go
up.
outside,
You know
come
what I'm
out
saying,
late.
bro? It took that $1,800 a month hit now.
Yeah.
You're like, yo, okay, that's just rent. That's not food. That's not nothing else.
Yeah.
So what I would say to anyone, listen, we all have it in us to make it, and just keep pushing.
Right.
Keep pushing. Keep pushing. Seek knowledge wherever you find it. Seek knowledge. We're not tripping on where you get the knowledge from. The goal is all of us have to learn and get the knowledge, and each one teach one.
There we go,
Thank
man.
you so much.
Thank you so much.
Thank you
For
for
the flow.
coming. Yo, man.
It's a
Empower
pleasure.
Queen. Thank you,
Pleasure, my
man.
queen.
Thank
It's
you.
been a
Thank
pleasure.
you.
Thank you
Yes,
so
man.
much.
Yo, we out of here. Y'all got all the knowledge. We out.
Come on. I really appreciate you.